Hello viewers, if you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Also, click on the bell icon so that you get the latest information about the videos that are uploaded on. Hello students, welcome back to the new video. In today's video, we will start the new lesson, chapter number 14, Electric Current and its Effects. In today's session, we will see the introduction about the topic and also the electric circuit and its components. So, let us start with the introduction. Students, you know that nowadays the life without electricity is almost impossible or very difficult. We use various appliances in our day-to-day life. All these appliances are working with the help of electric current. So, electric current is a form of energy. You know that in hot summer season, can we stay without AC or fan, or can you stay without cold water? Also, we use the electricity to take or to draw the water from the underground. We use the appliances like refrigerator, television, computer, iron, etc. Can we think about a life without all these appliances? It shows that electricity is a must for our day-to-day life. But if we think about what are the conditions that make the life possible on the earth, is the electricity is a must there? Obviously not. Because we know that for the life to exist, we need air, water and warmth. But electricity makes our life more easy to live. It makes our life more comfortable and luxurious. Therefore, it is very essential or it is very important to study about the electric current and its effect. That is why this chapter we are learning. So students, in class 6 you have learned that electricity is a form of energy and electric cell can produce electricity. That means electric cell is a source of electricity and the electricity is flows only through a closed and complete path. So in the next topic we are going to study in detail about this complete and closed path that is known as electrical circuit. Now let us see what is electric circuit. You know, for electrical energy to flow, it needs a closed and specific path. So this closed path through which the electric current can flow is known as electrical circuit or electric circuit. So what is electric circuit? The closed path through which the electric current can flow is known as electric circuit. We have seen that current flows only through a closed path. So, a circuit is said to be closed if it forms an unbroken path for the current to flow. That means, when do we say an electric circuit is closed? If it forms an unbroken path, it is said to be closed. In the same way, if the circuit is not having a complete path or if it is incomplete path, then the circuit is said to be open. So when do we say that a circuit is closed? If it forms an complete path, and it is said to be open if the path is incomplete. So students, the electric current flows from one terminal of a cell to another only when the circuit is complete. This is made clear from this diagram. Here one cell is given. The negative terminal of it is connected with the electric bulb and another terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the cell through a switch. But here the switch is not closed. It is open. Therefore, the bulb is not glowing. That means through an open circuit, the current does not flow. But in this you can see that the cell is connected with the bulb through a switch where the switch is in the closed condition. That means the current is flowing through this given circuit, and we can see that the bulb is glowing. So what does it shows? The current flows only through a closed circuit. So students, now we will see what are the basic components of an electric circuit. A simple electric circuit consists of an electric cell, an electric appliance like a bulb, connecting wires and a switch. These are the basic components that is required to form a very simple electric circuit. Now let us take the components one by one. First one is electric cell. What is the role of electric cell in an electric circuit? Electric cell is actually the source of electrical energy in the circuit. That means the cell provides the electrical energy in the electric circuit. Now we can connect two or more than two cells together, and if we are connecting two or more cells together, we get a source of electrical energy that is known as a battery. So what is battery? Two or more cells connected together forms a battery. So the next component of an electric circuit is an electric bulb. Why do we connect an electric bulb in an electric circuit? Actually, when the current flows through the circuit, the bulb glows. So, to make sure that whether the current is flowing through the given circuit, we always connect an electric bulb in that circuit. The next component is electric switch. The switch is also known as key. What is the use of a switch or a key in an electric circuit? Actually, you know that the current flows through a circuit only when the circuit is complete or closed. So, to break or close the circuit, we need a switch or a key. To break means to keep the circuit incomplete. So, when the switch is in the off condition, that means the circuit becomes incomplete and the current stops flowing. And when the switch is in the on condition, that means the circuit is complete, the circuit is closed and the electric current starts flowing through it. It means that the electric current flows only when the switch is on. So when the switch is on, what is the condition of the electric circuit? It is complete. When the circuit is incomplete, no current flows. That means no current flows when the switch is in the off position. It means that when the switch is off, the circuit is incomplete, and when the switch is on, the circuit is complete. The next basic component in an electric circuit is connecting wires. It connects all the components in an electric circuit with each other and form a complete path for the electric current to flow. So, these connecting wires must be made up of a material that allow electric current to pass through it. Therefore, they are made up of the conducting materials. Examples are copper or aluminium. So, what is meant by conductor? Conductors are those materials which allow electric current to pass through it. Then, why do we use copper? Because copper is one of the best conductor next to silver, and also it is comparatively cheaper. You know that silver is one of the very expensive metal that we cannot use in our practical life for electrical connections because of its cost. But copper, it is one of the best conductor and also it is comparatively cheaper. Therefore, we use copper in the electrical connections. So students, I hope you have understood the topics very well. But still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I will surely try to solve it as soon as possible. Here, are some review questions. Please solve it in your notebook. Thank you.